Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a Pasco officer and a detective with the Benton County Sheriff's Office received Washington State's highest law enforcement award. We'll tell you about it coming up. And the family of a teen who is missing from the Tri-Cities is asking for your help in finding him. Authorities explain why an Amber Alert has not been issued in his case. And a special event tonight in Richland, why the performance of Legally Blonde is truly setting the stage for people of abilities and setting a standard for inclusivity. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Get ready for the shades and a cool drink. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5 a.m. on Wednesday, May 8th. Let's check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, we've had some rain, we've had some wind, but I am ready for this warm-up that you've been talking about. When can we hit 90?
You know, we're not going to hit 90 until this weekend, Jessica, so we will see a gradual warm-up in the coming days. But the wind is finally going to die down today. It's in the process of decreasing across the region. Temperatures are starting off in the 30s and 40s, so a little bit of a chilly start once again. We do get these chilly mornings and very warm afternoons this time of year. 43 in Tri-Cities, 39 in Prosser, 38 right now in Yakima, and we're sitting at 43 degrees in Walla Walla. Now the winds were quite windy, or quite gusty yesterday, I should say. We saw a wind gust yesterday up to 57 miles per hour in Ellensburg. So that's enough to do some damage. So wind speeds have certainly come down since yesterday and even last night. Winds are out of the southwest anywhere from 5 to about 12 miles per hour, and they'll continue to decrease and diminish during the day today. Satellite and radar showing that we do have rain off to the east, but there's an upper level system off to the east. It's still throwing some clouds to areas from Tri-Cities and points off to the east this morning. So I think we will deal with a mix of sun and clouds for the eastern half of the region, and then more sunshine the farther west you are. So lots of sunshine today in Yakima. High temperatures around 72 this afternoon. Mix of sun and clouds in Tri-Cities. Temperatures in the middle 60s by noon, lower 70s later on today as you're heading home from work. And in Walla Walla, we're partly to mostly cloudy with high temperatures still remaining in the middle 60s. The 80s return tomorrow, plus we're talking about 90s this weekend. Your full forecast is coming up in a few. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to a crime alert. An Albertsons employee in Pasco is being credited with helping police nab a robbery suspect. Juvenal Batista Gonzalez was arrested at the Albertsons on 20th Avenue yesterday afternoon. Investigators say he's wanted in connection to a robbery at a gas station on West Court Street that happened back on April 28th. Authorities say Batista Gonzalez and Omar Solorzano walked into the Mr. Quick's gas station on Court Street and robbed the clerk at gunpoint. Solorzano was arrested on April 30th, and investigators showed the picture of Batista Gonzalez to employees at the Albertsons last week, and yesterday an employee called Pasco police to report he was in the store. Another man who was with Batista Gonzalez was also arrested after officers say he had a stolen gun. In another crime story, Pasco police say a concerned citizen helped save a child from a dangerous situation. Officers were called to the U-Haul storage on Court Street after someone reported a woman was passed out behind the wheel of a parked car and there was a toddler in the back seat. Officers say they were able to wake the woman and say they found hundreds of fentanyl pills, meth and cocaine, along with items consistent with the sale of narcotics. They also say she had a loaded gun in her purse. The woman was arrested and taken to the Franklin County Jail. The toddler was checked out by first responders, and they say the child appeared to be in good health. And a Pasco police officer and also a detective with the Benton County Sheriff's Office are being honored with the highest award given to law enforcement officers in the state of Washington.
For exceptionally meritorious service, Detective Kenton Childers, Benton County Sheriff's Office. For exceptional meritorious service and line of duty injury, Officer Philip Hanks, Pasco Police Department.
Officer Phil Hanks and Detective Kenton Childers are recipients of the Law Enforcement Medal of Honor. It stems from a shooting at the Circle K gas station on March 24th of 2023. Hanks stopped what he thought was a reckless driver, and while walking up to the car, he was shot in the arm, and the driver, later identified as 38-year-old David Galvez, took off and led law enforcement on a short chase. Childers, who responded to the scene along with another deputy, attempted to stop Galvez, and authorities say Galvez then pointed a gun at Childers, and Childers, though, shot Galvez and put a stop to the situation. Hanks and Childers were 2 of the 19 officers around the state who received the award, so congrats to them. And the search continues this morning for a 13-year-old boy missing for more than 2 weeks in the Tri-Cities area. Family members say Dustin Sutphin is just under 5 feet tall and ran away from his father's house to avoid being taken into child protective custody. He's been gone since April 19th, but police have not issued an Amber Alert, and Kennewick police say this case doesn't fit the requirements.
When that alert is activated, we are asking for everybody's help to find that individual because we believe that that child is in danger. In this case, that's not the circumstances. We do not believe that he is in danger. He has simply run away from home.
And we spoke to Dustin's aunt, who says he's in contact with her but doesn't want to come back if it means going into foster care. She's asking anyone who knows where Dustin is, even if you're friends, to contact police.
We all love Dustin, including myself. I understand that loyalty of not wanting to call 911 or the non-emergency number, but every day that he's on the street is another day that something bad can happen to him.
She says Dustin doesn't want to go into foster care unless he can take his pet chicken with him and have access to a cell phone. And we have more information on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. In continuing coverage, while the Lewis Street overpass has opened, the construction in the area has not let up much due to the underpass that's now being worked on. The city says the underpass at First and Lewis should be back open to traffic within the next 30 days. And the entire project won't be done until August. There are not as many businesses in that location compared to the other areas of the whole work zone. And while our crew was out taking a look at the project, we ran into a man who lives in Pasco who came out to see it for himself.
Down here admiring it, and then had a story or two about the old bridge, you know, the old underpass too. So I think they're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do with this, they're putting in a new pipeline or something, and I hope they'll just turn it into, they'll take out the old underpass and turn it into a regular street. And that'll make it, you know, better business for business people down here quite a bit, so.
At the most recent City Council meeting, Pasco City leaders discussed the Micro Enterprise Business Grant for the businesses that have been impacted by the project. And we'll have more on that coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. Now to Hanford High School, where it's putting on Legally Blonde the musical this spring. And that's no small feat, and these students decided to go above and beyond. So tonight they'll be putting on a performance that's different from anything they've tried before. An American Sign Language interpreter will be translating the performance. Student and lead actress Lola Eden says this is what the theater world is all about.
Theater is such an important art that connects so many people in different ways, and it's really important to be able to bring new people into that and be able to enjoy it as everyone else would and make it accessible to them.
Tonight's performance is currently the only one with an interpreter. The play starts at 6 p.m. and on May 10th and 11th, it starts at 7:30 p.m. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, it's going to be the perfect time for some biking, but are your kids prepared to be out on the sidewalks, paths, and roads? We have your don't forget list when it comes to kids and their bike safety. That is next.
This Memorial Day at Furniture Row, we're prepping for savings so big, they're backing them in by the truckload. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out doorbusters while they last. Plus 6 years, no interest. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight.
Gotcha!
Right now,
You can lease a new 2024 Camry for just $329 a month. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
Welcome to Beaver Valley Lodge, your rustic lodging and event venue in the beautiful Leavenworth, Washington. Experience the great outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the mountains as you stay with us on our 50 acres in the Cascade Foothills. Whether you're joining us for a wedding, retreat, vacation, or family reunion, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. We make it our goal for you to come as a guest, but leave as a friend. Book your stay today at beavervalleylodge.com.
Okay, nature lovers, at US Cellular, you can get an iPhone 15 Pro on us, plus $300 off a new iPad.
It's true. Check out this amazing photo of an Iberian lynx I got.
That's a tabby cat.
And a slaty bristle front.
A pigeon?
And even Bigfoot.
Yeah, so that's Gary?
Oh, yeah, bro. That's me.
Bigfoot does not exist.
And Gary does exist.
Right now at US Cellular, get an iPhone 15 Pro on us, plus $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
This Memorial Day at Furniture Row, we're prepping for savings so big, they're backing them in by the truckload. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out doorbusters while they last. Plus 6 years, no interest. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So May is National Bicycle Safety Month, and every year thousands of children suffer head injuries from falling off their bikes, which is why it's so important for them to wear a helmet. Officials say parents and caregivers need to talk with kids about knowing the rules of the road and understanding what areas could be dangerous, like curves or hills where drivers may not be able to spot them. If they ride at dusk or evening, make sure they have reflective gear. Dr. Richard So is a pediatrician with Cleveland Clinic Children's, and he says don't forget to check the condition of the helmet.
Helmets, they're only made to crash once because most of them are made from collapsible foam. So if you've had a helmet that was a hand-me-down, or it's been in an accident, or it's from before 1999, you're better off getting a new helmet.
And Dr. So says all the same rules should apply for electric scooters, as those have grown in popularity and can be even more dangerous in a crash. And the American Cancer Society is looking for 100,000 black women for a massive study. The study is called Voices of Black Women. Researchers want to know why black women have the highest death rate for most cancers. They're twice as likely as white women to get stomach cancer and 2.3 times more likely to die from it. They get breast cancer at a similar rate, but are almost 40% more likely to die from it. Scientists want to follow 100,000 black women for about 30 years. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, more severe weather throughout much of the U.S. We take a look at what states are being hit the hardest. But good news for our weather locally. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona tells us about the warm-up we'll be seeing. That's coming up in her first alert full forecast. Keep it right here.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Category:
Things you'll hear on Jeopardy Masters this season.
Who is Aquinas?
What is Cuneo for?
What's vulcanization?
What's potty training? Which terrifying possibility will it be?
6 of the greatest minds to ever take the Jeopardy stage compete for $500,000.
You're both slightly competitive humans.
And the title of Jeopardy Masters champion. You feel like to win Jeopardy Masters, it's going to have to go through you?
That is how a final boss works, Ken.
Jeopardy Masters primetime event continues tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Does shopping for bladder control products have you feeling like you need someone to be on the lookout for you? Now you have your privacy back. We're HDIS, and we home deliver bladder control products directly to you. We're always on the lookout for you. You get free shipping in plain, unmarked boxes. So your private matters, stay private. We understand how you feel. For over 35 years, we've delivered bladder control products to millions of Americans, just like you. You don't have to worry about incontinence any longer. Call now for your free product sample pack and over $45 in money-saving coupons. At HDIS, we're always in stock. We carry all brands in hundreds of styles and sizes. You'll be sure to get what you need, guaranteed.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog and $45 in money-saving coupons and free product samples, call 800-257-0683. That's 800-257-0683.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Jessica Jalor, Good Morning Northwest. Weekday mornings from 5 to 7. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It was a windy day yesterday. Check out these wind gusts. Ellensburg hit 58 miles per hour. And when you see wind gusts that high or higher, that's when you could see some wind damage. We haven't heard of anything, but it was certainly a windy day yesterday for the Kittitas Valley, where a wind advisory was in effect, and rightfully so. In Yakima, we got up to 38 miles per hour, Pendleton 36, Hermiston, the highest wind gust 35, Tri-Cities 32, and Walla Walla up to 30 miles per hour, and we're not going to have to worry about the wind today. Sustained winds right now, anywhere from 3 to about 12 miles per hour, and these wind speeds will continue to come down hour by hour. So there will be a very light breeze today. Temperatures this morning in the 30s and 40s, so it's certainly another chilly start out there. 43 in Tri-Cities and in Walla Walla, 46 in Connell, 38 in Yakima, and we're at 47 at Hanford and in Toppenish. We do have some clouds out there. They're actually moving in from the east this morning. Sun rises in about 10-15 minutes, so the sky pretty bright this morning out of our Dust Devils sky cam in Pasco. And like I mentioned yesterday, Dust Devils away all week today, playing in Eugene, Oregon. Now the wind gusts right now, you can see there's really no gusts out there. The only wind gusts in Ellensburg up to 25 miles per hour, but even those will be diminishing across the Kittitas Valley. Here's our satellite imagery. We do have these clouds moving in from the east. I know they typically move in from the west. That's because the area of low pressure that has brought us the wet weather over the past couple of days, it's moved off to the east, but it's kind of retrograding a little bit. So that's going to bring us more clouds across the eastern half of the region today. High pressure starts to strengthen offshore. Then this high begins to really build in tomorrow. So that's when our warm-up really officially begins across the region, and that high pressure strengthens as we head into the weekend. So temperatures stay well above average into the weekend as well. Here's what to expect today. There are those clouds from Tri-Cities and points eastward this morning. Those clouds will continue to shift westward throughout the day today. So I do think we will see more clouds east, more sunshine the farther west you are. Either way, it's still going to be a pretty nice day with a light wind and partly to mostly cloudy skies depending on where you are. 72 in Tri-Cities today, 71 in Yakima, 71 in Hermiston. But because of the additional cloud cover expected along the foothills of the Blues, temperatures will be a little bit cooler there into the low middle 60s. These clouds will finally start to clear out overnight, so temperatures will be dropping back down into the low and middle 40s by tomorrow morning. Believe it or not, this is actually seasonably chilly for this time of year. Those low temperatures right where they should be. And tomorrow, here's the warm-up. If you're a fan of the 80s, well, those 80s return for many of us, lower 80s across most of the region. And a lot of you probably trying to get ready for Mother's Day this upcoming weekend. Look how hot it's going to be. 89 in the Tri-Cities, 87 in Yakima, 84 in Walla Walla. And I think we could even hit 90 in the Tri-Cities the day before Mother's Day on Saturday. So a hot weekend expected. A few more clouds and a little bit of a cool down expected early next week. Yakima 71 today, 80s return tomorrow, and we could hit our first 90-degree day of the season on Saturday. Walla Walla still a little bit cool today with mostly cloudy skies. Then you'll notice a big difference tomorrow. Upper 70s, 80s return Friday, and then Hermiston 71 with 80 tomorrow and 90 on Saturday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And looking at the weather across much of the U.S. now, today is going to be brutal for many places. A powerful storm system is moving east, and it's been spawning tornadoes along the way. Amy Kiley has this look across the country.
Dangerous weather is sweeping across much of the U.S. today. It's leaving people in some areas picking up the pieces.
I guess I never, but it's okay. We're here and we're alive.
Today, more than 140 million people could see storms from Texas to Maine. Parts of the Northwest are dealing with snow, while areas in the Southwest have a fire risk.
It is incredibly important to understand how fast an open flame can spread.
Elsewhere, storm recovery continues. An official in Kalamazoo County, Michigan says at least a dozen people were injured in this mobile home community after a tornado hit yesterday.
We would encourage people to check on their neighbors, especially if they see that their house is damaged.
Officials say about 50 people got trapped when this nearby FedEx facility partly collapsed. In Oklahoma,
We own the little car wash in town there, and it was devastated. It was leveled, so there's nothing left of it.
the destruction is brutal just north of Tulsa, like in this city that saw a deadly EF4 twister Monday night. Now, advice from the Oklahoma governor might apply to people farther east.
Sometimes until you see these things, we don't take them as seriously as we should. And so just a reminder that we have to take cover.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And the southeast and Gulf Coast aren't off the hook. They could see stormy weather tomorrow. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, we take 1 minute to check out the Hollywood headlines and give you a sneak peek at this kid's movie favorite. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Attention everyone! Happy early Mother's Day! When I was a kid, I always made sure I did just enough to stay in my mom's top 5. Top 5? How many siblings do you have?
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Save now at Buy Mart with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. From Mother's Day gifts to spring gardening essentials and more, save now at Buy Mart. Northwest employee owned for 20 years.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
Uh-huh. This isn't us, is it?
When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this,
LT,
what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
we gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
First Alert Weather is our promise, our commitment to you, to keep you and your family safe, and to let you know about the little things, like a small shower or wind that can change your plans.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, count on Stacy Lee and First Alert Weather.
Trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way, because we don't want any weather surprises.
First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now.
And we're always on your side.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's time for some entertainment news. So the Minions are back and stronger than ever, and Michelle Yeoh lands her next role. Rick Damagella has more in this Hollywood Minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new secret weapon, the Mega Minions.
The Minions get an upgrade. The beloved creatures gain superpowers in the upcoming sequel, Despicable Me 4. Fans will get to see them take on a new supervillain when the animated film hits theaters on July 3rd. Michelle Yeoh heads to the future. The actress is set to star in a Blade Runner series for Amazon Prime Video. The Oscar winner will lead the cast of Blade Runner 2099, which will serve as a sequel to the 2 hit films. Herb Alpert honors a new collection of artists. The 10 recipients of the 2024 Herb Alpert Award in the Arts have been announced, celebrating creatives who are transforming art in their respective disciplines. The legendary trumpeter explains why he created the prize.
This instrument has changed my life dramatically, and I'd like to give other people a chance to be able to have that same experience. So the awards were kind of the genesis was started with that type of feeling that I had.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Anytime I see Minions, I think banana, banana. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, it's National Week of Action for the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Relatives. We take a look at what is happening in our region to honor this important call. And the warning is back again, now when you'll need to have your real ID by. Details are coming up.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's new iPads. 2 iPad Pros, 11 and 13-inch versions, were introduced at Apple's big event yesterday. Both feature the new M4 chip. 2 new iPad Airs also debuted. The Pro iPads start at about $1,000. The Airs start at about $600. They ship next week. And Google just unveiled its new Pixel smartphone, bringing generative AI features to more users, including photo and video editing capabilities. The Pixel 8a will also come with access to the Gemini chatbot. It has a 64-megapixel wide-angle camera and costs about $500. And finally, rivals in the food delivery market are teaming up. Instacart is adding a restaurants tab to its app. Those orders will be delivered by Uber Eats in the partnership, all in response to the food delivery competition from Amazon, Target, and Walmart. Let's also hope this is another avenue for drivers to make more money. Those are your Tech Bites.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Breathing Claritin Clear is like feeling the breeze instead of feeling congested.
fast relief of allergies with nasal congestion so you can breathe better. Claritin plus decongestant. Live Claritin Clear.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long.
On a crowded bus.
Still fresh.
Later, she sniffs a worn sweater.
So fresh.
Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection. Try for under $5.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, it's National Week of Action for the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Relatives. Our Emily Goodell gives us information on how people are being called to act in our region. And it's that time of year, Lemonade Day returns to the Yakima area, how you can get involved. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:30 on Wednesday, May 8th. We made it halfway through the work week. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it's been rainy, it's been windy, but the warm trend is coming, isn't it?
It is, yes. We are looking at a big warm-up as we head into this upcoming weekend. This weekend compared to last weekend, expect a huge change, and a good change that's happening this morning is that these wind speeds are finally coming down. It has been a windy couple of days, and now the sustained winds anywhere between 3 and about 12 miles per hour, and these will continue to diminish over the next couple of hours. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. It's still a chilly start. You still need that jacket in these early mornings. 43 in Tri-Cities, 43 Walla Walla, 46 in Connell, 47 at Hanford, 44 in Hermiston, and 39 in Pendleton. Satellite and radar showing that rain and snow falling across portions of Idaho and Montana, all thanks to that upper level low that brought us the unsettled weather. Well, it's retrograding across the northern tier of the country, so that means it's going to throw some clouds our way. And we're already seeing the clouds from Tri-Cities and points to the east, and we will see those clouds work their way westward a little bit later on this afternoon. So here's your commute forecast. No umbrella needed. You'll need the sunglasses though, with temperatures in the 40s this morning, lower 70s. Put down the windows this evening. And if you're a fan of the summer-like weather, well, you're really gonna like the 7-day forecast. We'll let you know when we could hit 90, and we'll also let you know when you may be able to spot the International Space Station streaming across the sky. That's all coming up in a little bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And it's National Week of Action for the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Relatives. One action taken locally is the annual MMIP Symposium at Legends Casino. Our Emily Goodell tells us this drew people from all walks of life.
One of the speakers was Bree Blackhorse, who is the first assistant U.S. attorney to be dedicated solely to prosecuting cases involving missing and murdered Indigenous people. Blackhorse spoke on the jurisdictional issues that make prosecuting crimes on tribal land more complicated, and outlined the goals of the Justice Department's new MMIP Regional Outreach Program, which created her position. The program establishes a coordinator and federal prosecutor for every region to prioritize cases that will help make Indigenous communities safer.
It's not like a 3-year thing, 18-month thing like some of the other federal task forces we've seen in Operation Lady Justice. This is a permanent position dedicated to MMIP issues.
Coming up at 6, more about the program and why federal officials say it's different from previous efforts. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. In a follow-up now, an 18-year-old who admitted to yelling racist slurs at college basketball players in Coeur d'Alene during the NCAA tournament will not face charges. On March 21st, the Utah women's basketball team was set to play in Spokane, but they were staying across the state line in Coeur d'Alene because of a lack of hotel space. The players say when they went to dinner, 2 people were revving their trucks and speeding by, and then people yelled racial slurs at them. The Coeur d'Alene prosecutor's office says there's no recording of people revving trucks or speeding, but they say a Post Falls High School student did confess to yelling a racial slur, but they will not face charges because he did not break any city or state laws. And check this out, the Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce is looking for more sponsors for Lemonade Day, a summer program to help inspire young entrepreneurs. Instead of going it alone, kids receive guidance for how to start their own business, and if they don't have money for supplies, they can get help finding a sponsor. Chamber officials say the 40 kids involved in 2023 and with registration still open, they're hoping to double the number this year. And the program ends with the competition on June 8th and 9th. For more information, email yakima@lemonadeday.org. And Boeing's new Starliner spacecraft will not attempt to launch again for at least a few more days. United Launch Alliance said in an update on social media, Tuesday's launch attempt was scrubbed due to a valve that is part of the upper stage of the Atlas V rocket, which has a long track record of successful launches, and Monday night's launch was also postponed because of a technical problem. The next launch attempt will be Friday at the earliest. In your business headlines, Palmer Candy Company announces a recall of its white-coated confectionery items due to a potential salmonella threat. The FDA says the affected products were sold nationwide and to distributors in at least 17 states, including Washington. Salmonella can be fatal for children, the elderly, and people with weak immune systems. Symptoms include fever, nausea, and abdominal pains, and people who brought these items are advised to return them for a full refund. More information is available on the FDA's website. And the IRS says the deadline to claim over $1 billion in tax refunds from 2020 is about to expire. May 17th is the deadline for people who failed to file their 2020 tax return to become eligible for a refund. And the IRS says there's no penalty for failure to file if a refund is due. However, a return claiming a refund must be filed within 3 years of its due date for a refund to be allowed. And we've heard this time and time again, but the Department of Homeland Security says its 2025 Real ID deadline for new licenses is real this time. You have until May 7th, 2025 to make your state-issued driver's license or identification Real ID compliant. If you fail to do so, you won't be able to board flights or access federal facilities. Originally, the deadline was in 2020, but that was pushed back. But a perk for those of us in Washington, if you've got an enhanced driver's license, those are considered acceptable alternatives to Real ID compliant cards. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, a Kennewick caregiver is up for a high honor. Our very own Riley Fitzgerald reports her peers say there couldn't be a better person up for the award. That story is next.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it going to look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have, we try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Next ET, Prince Harry back in London. We've got the latest, plus our exclusive with Whoopi Goldberg.
Girl, is that your ringtone?
Yes, it is.
I like that.
And Tom Selleck, next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein. Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, 25 vitamins and minerals, and a new fiber blend with a prebiotic.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back. Making a difference now, a Kennewick caregiver has been named as a semifinalist for the Visiting Angels National Caregiver of the Year Award. Our very own Riley Fitzgerald joins us now in studio. Good morning, Riley. So you got the chance to sit down with this nominee. What can you tell us about what it takes to be considered for this honor?
Good morning, Jessica. Visiting Angels started the Caregiver of the Year Award a few years ago to showcase its caregivers around the country, helping the elderly, disabled, and those who are recovering from illness. Let's meet Samantha Fishman, our local semifinalist.
Yeah, utter shock, excitement, I guess, but still very shocked.
Samantha Fishman joined the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla Visiting Angels team around 2.5 years ago and has put more than 1,600 hours of care in.
Thank you for being absolutely. Learn the people around you. Get to know them as individuals and then, figure out how you can incorporate who they are into your caregiving.
Samantha is known for looking and brainstorming different ways to improve clients' lives. That's why she was selected as Caregiver of the Year for the Visiting Angels, Tri-Cities, and Walla Walla.
We couldn't do it without her. And I think she's setting the next generation of caregivers up for success.
Samantha explains it's her experience as a mom that's given her the creativity needed for enriching the lives of those she cares for.
I feel like you get really creative raising kids. I don't know, being someone who needs that myself. I need to get creative. Maybe I get bored easy. I don't know. It kind of has worked for my kids, and I feel like it's worked for a lot of the people around me.
Can you tell me a little bit about Samantha as a caregiver?
Yes, Samantha is absolutely amazing. It's an absolute honor to be in the presence of Samantha. I'm gonna cry. The reason why I guess I'm so emotional is because it's my passion for helping people living with dementia. And she works with a client living with dementia, and she has enriched and fulfilled this person's life, probably more than she realizes. With her gentle care techniques, she's always looking for innovative ways to help her client live and have a meaningful daily life.
Now you can kick forward. 1, there we go.
Every single day, Samantha is doing sensory stimulation boxes and seated exercise programs with her client. Visiting Angels Tri-Cities and Walla Walla ranges from having 140 to 160 caregivers at any given time. But Assistant Director Trishelle Marple says Samantha is one of a kind.
She stood out from day one, and I mean, it was very evident that she was going to be the Caregiver of the Year this year.
And Jessica, out of more than 600 franchise Visiting Angels around the country with thousands of caregivers working, only 10 have made it to the semifinals for Visiting Angels National Caregiver of the Year Award. The award ceremony is at the end of June in Denver, Colorado. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And she certainly seems like the sweetest person ever, so congrats to Samantha. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alertful forecast. She'll let you know if we're going to be hitting those 90s and why you should be thinking about fun in the sun. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
You're gonna need a new bumper. Did you say burger, guac, cheese, Santa Fe burger sauce, burger, jalapeno pepper, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, spicy cheese, bacon. Guac, cheese, bacon.
Need burger! Get burger. For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Welcome to the downtown Yakima Farmers Market, where we celebrate local produce, crafts, and cultures. We're excited to kick off our season on May 12th at our new location at 15 West Yakima Avenue. Immerse yourself in the vibrant atmosphere of our market, filled with locally grown fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as a variety of handcrafted items. Don't miss out on this exciting event. Join us at the downtown Yakima Farmers Market, opening May 12th.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Category. Things you'll hear on Jeopardy Masters this season.
Who is Aquinas?
What is cuneiform?
What's vulcanization?
What's potty training? Which terrifying possibility will it be?
6 of the greatest minds to ever take the Jeopardy stage compete for $500,000.
You're both slightly competitive humans.
And the title of Jeopardy Masters champion. You feel like to win Jeopardy Masters, it's going to have to go through you?
That is how a final boss works, Ken.
Jeopardy Masters primetime event continues tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Want a family 4-pack of tickets to Dust Devils baseball? Enter right now on our mobile app or click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com. Fireworks night with the Dust Devils May 18th. Baseball and fireworks. See you at the game.
The race continues for over $13,000 in cash and prizes with Wild Horse Resort and Casino's $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. Play all week to earn entries, then multiply them on Thursdays. Drawings every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us on Saturday, May 25th for the $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race toward the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
The El Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Habanero, jalapeno poppers, bacon. Give in to your devilish desires.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I figured El Diablo is back for eternity. Only at Carl's Jr.
Need burger! Get burger.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The big story over the next couple of days will be our incoming warm-up as we head into the weekend. And what a difference a week makes. Remember last weekend when we were dealing with record rainfall and highs in the 50s and 60s? Well, this weekend we're looking at highs in the 80s and 90s with plenty of sunshine. So if you go back a week, temperatures are going to be about 30 to 40 degrees warmer this upcoming weekend compared to last weekend. Pretty significant there. And are we on track for when we typically see our average 90-degree day? Well, in some spots. So the average first 90-degree day in the Tri-Cities over the past 30 years is May 21st. So we'll be a little bit early if we hit it this Saturday. Hermiston a few weeks early as well, May 24th. Yakima at the end of the month. Same for Pendleton, and it takes us a little bit longer typically to hit 90 in Walla Walla, June 2nd. Now, there have been years where we've hit 90 in April and other years where we haven't hit 90 until July. So we're going to be close to the average this year if we do indeed hit it this weekend. Right now, we're taking a live look out of our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco. There are a few clouds out there. We'll call it partly cloudy this morning, and today we're not going to have to deal with the wind. Finally, these winds are calming down. It's been a windy couple of days. This morning, wind speeds range from 3 to about 12 miles per hour, and these will even come down as we get hour by hour, get deeper into the morning and early afternoon. Our temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. It is another chilly start, but this is what we expect this time of year. 43 in Tri-Cities, 38 in Prosser, 45 at Hanford, 38 in Yakima, and 43 degrees in Walla Walla. Pendleton checking in at 39. Remember the upper level disturbance that brought us the chance for rain over the past couple of days? That has pushed well off to the east. But what's happening now, it's retrograding across portions of Montana and Idaho. So it's bringing rain and snow to those states. We're going to stay dry, but you can see the clouds moving in from the east. Typically, they move in from the west, but today they will be shifting in from the east. So we are seeing more cloud cover from Tri-Cities and points eastward this morning, and those clouds will eventually make it to the Yakima and Kittitas Valley closer to lunchtime into the early afternoon. But we will still see some sunshine today, and high temperatures should climb into the lower 70s. So a little bit warmer compared to yesterday. 72 in Tri-Cities, 73 in Hanford, 73 in Toppenish. Yakima should hit 71, 71 in Hermiston. And with more cloud cover expected along the foothills of the Blues, we'll only see highs in the low and middle 60s there. So still unseasonably cool across some parts of the region. Tonight, we will see those clouds clear out, so expect clearing skies. Winds will be fairly light. And if you work maybe the overnight shift, or if you're up really late or really early tomorrow morning, you should be able to spot the ISS with those clouds clearing out. You'll have to be outside at 3:10 in the morning. I know, it's early for a lot of us. It'll be a 7-minute pass, and the maximum height in the sky, 53 degrees. It'll be traveling from the west-northwest sky over to the eastern sky. And we're going to have pretty good opportunities to see the ISS as we head into the weekend, and we'll have better times to see it when a lot of you are awake. So tonight, clearing skies, seasonably chilly with temperatures down in the low and middle 40s. And look at tomorrow. If you're a fan of the 80s, they return almost everywhere, the exception foothills of the Blues. But finally, the Blues warming up into the mid and upper 70s. 7-day forecast showing that we could hit 90 for the first time in Tri-Cities and Yakima on Saturday. And then it's going to be hot for Mother's Day. So if you plan on going outside, taking her to her favorite restaurant and eating outside, you may want to rethink that and eat indoors. 89 Tri-Cities, 87 in Yakima, and we'll see that cooling trend early next week. In Walla Walla, 60s today, I know, still cool, but tomorrow will be much better. 78, 80s arrive on Friday, 71 today in Hermiston, 80 tomorrow, and 90 on Saturday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany, and it's time for some entertainment news. So Randy Travis is returning to the music industry. Every time I think of country artists, I start doing like a southern accent, so forgive me if I start code switching, but it's with the help of artificial intelligence.
So the country singer released his first new song in more than a decade. Travis had a stroke in 2013 that left him struggling to walk and speak, but now the Grammy-winning singer has a new song titled Where That Came From. James Dupree originally recorded the track but never released it. Using AI technology, producers were able to take Travis's voice from an old recording, then laid it over Dupree's singing. Travis thanked God's grace and the support of friends, family, and fans to bring him back into the music industry.
And Riley, that's the good side of AI, but here's the bad side of AI, maybe. So artificial intelligence pulls a fast one on Katy Perry's mother, right?
Yes.
So the singer-performer didn't attend the annual Met Gala in New York on Monday. However, Perry appeared to be in some of the pictures taken at the event, but it turns out these photos featured AI-generated images of Perry in an outfit that suited the gala's garden theme, and this got me also. I thought it was actually her there, and it was my favorite one until I realized it was AI.
Yeah.
But Perry found the matter amusing and shared the fake pictures on her Instagram. She also posted a message from her mother, who literally did not recognize her own daughter. And Perry's mother said Katy's outfit made her, quote, look like a rose parade.
Yeah, find that on social media because those pictures were almost convincing.
It was a beautiful gown with all the roses.
Wasn't
yeah,
matching.
the carpet was not the same carpet, so details are there. You just gotta look for them. Well, actor Sylvester Stallone has a decades-long love for watch collecting, and now some fans will have a chance to get a piece of his collection.
All right, so the Rocky star is auctioning nearly a dozen luxury timepieces. Among the items is this rare Patek Philippe Grandmaster chime, which is expected to fetch as much as $5 million. It comes in a box engraved with Stallone's name. Sotheby's has dubbed it the Holy Grail for watch collectors, as only 7 were made. Other watches, some of which Stallone wore in his films, are expected to sell for up to $400,000.
Yeah, so if you're in the market for a $400,000 watch or a $5 million one, there you go.
There you go.
Well, I love Sylvester Stallone, so,
yes.
you know,
we were
not
just
getting that
talking
watch.
about that
but
yesterday.
Yeah. Do you like him? Do you know him?
I know of him. I don't.
Okay.
I couldn't say I know him personally.
Great movies. Rocky's great. I love the Rambo movies. Oh, so good.
Good.
Well, when we return on Good Morning Northwest, she's one of our favorites here on Good Morning Northwest. We've told you about the onslaught of cicadas expected in the next few weeks, and only Jeannie Moose can tell it like this. That is up next.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Things you'll hear on Jeopardy Masters this season.
Who is Aquinas?
What is Cuneo form?
What's potty training?
6 all-time greats, 1 incredible tournament.
I'm the final boss. This is what I do.
Jeopardy Masters primetime event continues tonight on ABC.
My family's been serving the Tri-Cities for 85 years at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores. And we have some deals we don't want you to miss. Ortho Weed Clear is on sale only $11.99. Assorted colors of geraniums are only $2.49. Tomato and pepper plants are sale priced at $4.99. And this 50-foot garden hose is a steal at $24.99. See all of the deals using this QR code. Come see us at Griggs and your Tri-Cities Ace stores, and thank you for your business.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on select battery lawnmower sets. Real Steel. Find yours.
Who has the deals? Furniture Row. Who has the deals? Furniture Row. This Memorial Day, we've been training. Prepping for savings so big, they're getting backed in by the truckload. The more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend. Check out Doorbusters while they last. And financing? We're talking 6 years, no interest. But I want to know, do you have the guts to save like never before? The Memorial Day Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
World News Tonight with David Muir, twice each day. Apple Valley News Now.
Good morning. Here's your close to home forecast. We are looking at temperatures this morning in the 40s for the most part. A few 30s sprinkled in, 38 in Prosser. It's 40 in Tri-Cities, 42 in Walla Walla, and 42 degrees in Yakima and Ellensburg. The good news today, we will see those winds really come down. In fact, they are much lighter this morning, and they'll continue to diminish throughout the day today as high temperatures climb into the lower 70s for Yakima and Toppenish, still in the 60s, Cle Elum, and also in Ellensburg. 71 expected in Prosser today, 71 in Hermiston. We're looking at highs right around 72 Moses Lake. Same for Tri-Cities, 70 degrees in Connell. And since we do expect more cloud cover along the foothills of the Blues, that's what's going to keep temperatures down into the low and middle 60s. So still rather cool in Dayton, Walla Walla, 63, 64, 62 in Milton Freewater, and 63 degrees expected in Pendleton. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And in Illinois, forestry employees are helping the public prepare for an impending invasion of cicadas by pretending to be cicadas. They strike comedy gold reenacting the life cycle of cicadas as they emerge from the soil, court, and then lay eggs.